Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. As promised, I said 30 to 50 likes and we'll get started. Let's get started. Shout out to the Bay Area. I put the Bay on my back. We working. It is the Stream King. Oh man, we done the livest gate. Shout out to the shooters. I seen y'all having some good conversation in here while I was getting ready. In case anyone's asking, I'm drinking this organic energy drink. It's called Highball. This is the favorite. I like this flavor the best. Black cherry flavor. Y'all be like, what are you drinking? God damn it, tell me. Let's do a quick roll call. City, state, zip, salute, rep where you from. Shout out to my shooters, shout out to the gang, shout out to the west side. California, yay. Let's get it. We got some stuff to talk about, people. We gotta get through this roll call. City, state, zip. Someone said they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Houston, Texas, Hayward, California, 510. Downtown LA, Hartford, Connecticut, 860. DC, 202. Chicago, West Garfield Park Boxing. Be More, 21219. The audio's cool. Let me turn down the tunes a little bit so y'all hear loud and clear in the perspectives that we getting ready to release. Oh, it feels good to be back, people. Shout out to San Diego, California, 619. They got a great city, great zoo. Shout out to the Gaslamp District. 303, Denver, Miami, Florida. Slip the Jazz said, we hear y'all loud and clear. Good. H-Town 713. Tennessee 615. Redlands 909. Phoenix, Arizona. Lancaster in the Heezy. Shout out from Dubai. I'm coming out to Dubai. That looks beautiful out there. Y'all got them tall buildings. I want to come out there. Area code 050. Shout out to Manila, Philippines. Shout out to the whole Philippines. East LA. I'll be in LA next week. Or this week, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter. You know where to keep it locked for that latest and greatest in boxing. See, they want to be like us. They want to be just like us. Cover fights like us. Do this full time. But they got to work at their job in cubicles and shit. Why they hate. See, working a job is cool. I did it while I was pushing this on the background. But one thing I didn't do was I wasn't hating. I knew where I was trying to go, and I just focused on that. You know what I mean? Other motherfuckers be like working at Burger King and then hating on people who's really doing it. That's not wavy. But listen, it's popping, man. The whole gang is here. Listen, we're gonna kick things right off. I don't even know where to begin. I told you motherfuckers. I told a lot of you guys what the case was with this whole situation. And new media, Ego's Army. We feeling good. We feeling great. The gang's all here. Shooters are here. And we thriving. See, we're at the point where we could watch Usyk Gassiev tonight. Relax and just veg out. Watch that. I'm going to watch Jaime Munguia. His fight tonight with Brett Favre. Right? Salt and pepper hair. Liam Smith. And we just vegging out. We just chilling. Straight up. But like what's his name? Ricky Ricardo. Lucy, you got some splaining to do. A lot of y'all got splaining to do. Y'all got some stuff to explain because everything that you said regarding this Joshua Wilder situation, among other things, but we're going to focus on that. How much of it is proven to be true over time? You know, now you have Eddie Hearn. He's admitting, listen, he's admitting at the DAZN kickoff. You guys hear for yourselves.
Povetkin fighting Joshua, no, that is well documented. He failed the drug test. No, because he's already signed up to rent already in place. So I don't fear that at all. Why do you say? I do fear the fight. Okay. So can you just elaborate when you said that Povetkin fight is actually the toughest fight rather than the Wilder fight for Joshua? Technically a tougher fight. Okay. It's not as dangerous because I don't think.
He says technically a tougher fight, but Povetkin's not as dangerous.
Povetkin is a harder puncher as Wilder, one punch, but I think he's very well schooled. He's the Olympic gold medalist. He's a bit shorter, and he comes in with these big hooks, which is sometimes a little bit tricky for a bigger man. So Wilder is a more dangerous fighter.
Oh, whoa, yo, hold up, not me, not Marshall. I show you Marshall. I try to show. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa, yo, hold up. Did y'all hear that?
I think technically the Povetkin fight might be hard for a bigger man. So Wilder is a more dangerous fighter. I think technically the Povetkin fight might be hard.
Hey, y'all be coming up with these monkey ass points, only to have Massa Hearns shit on you again. Listen, you just heard it. He says, from a technical aspect, Povetkin got the skills, or he's technically better, but Wilder's a more dangerous fight. And he reiterated it twice. Right? More dangerous. So, I said that. Some of you go, get to the goddamn, but what does that mean, Ego? Here, let me explain to you what that means. All these channels and all these dudes running around, gallivanting around in boxing, and they're saying, oh, Wilder's a bum. Wilder ain't beat no one. Wilder sucks. You're a Wilder dick sucker. All this extra stuff. Like Bane said, I am boxing's reckoning. I am Gotham's reckoning. Why on earth would the promoter of that side say this? That Wilder is more dangerous than the guy Joshua is fighting next. So all that stuff you guys said is now out the window. He's a bum, but why is he more dangerous than a gold medalist? Wilder only has a bronze medal. Povetkin has a gold medal. So why would you label Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, the bum slayer, more dangerous than the gold medalist, the guy who medaled higher? Because you know the reality of it. You know Wilder's an inch taller than Joshua, unlike Povetkin, who's shorter. You know Wilder has had more impressive wins, even though they say he ain't fought nobody. Him with Luis Ortiz. Name a Povetkin win in the last 3 years that trumps Wilder's win over Luis Ortiz. I'll wait. Name a Alexander Povetkin win in the last 3 to 5 years. Victory. Because people conveniently want to say, oh, Wilder, he fights bums. Like, what about Luis Ortiz? He wasn't a bum. Oh, accept that fight. No. There's no accept that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you're married and your wife is like, did you cheat on me? And you're like, nah. And they're like, what about Kim Kardashian? She's telling me you slept with her. Oh, accept that bitch. No. Either you cheated or you didn't. Did you step outside of the marriage? No, I didn't. I didn't. No, I'm this is not infidelity. And then she shows you, hey, what about Rakisha? Oh yeah, except for her. No, you just say you didn't cheat. So it can't have your cake and eat it too. That's what they want to do. That's what the man fans are famous for. Wilder fights bums, except for Luis Ortiz fights bum. That's his most recent fight. How you gonna just omit that? How you just gonna exclude his most recent fight? For what reason? It's not like it ended in controversy. So we just omit it from the fact book and the resume because you want to omit it. Like honestly, that's like saying, oh, Joshua in 21 fights, he never fought a former champion. Hey, what about Klitschko? Oh yeah, what about except for him? What about Joseph Parker was a champion? Oh yeah, except for you can't do that. You can't pick and choose the fighters you want to exclude from the list. You know what I'm saying? That's like Floyd Mayweather is the highest paid celebrity and the highest paid athlete for last year. So you can't say, oh, Floyd didn't make no money last year. What about the Conor McGregor fight? He's on the Forbes list, #1 celebrity over George Clooney, The Rock, all of them. And Cristiano Ronaldo and all them, right? Oh yeah, it's minus the Connor fight. I'm just talking about his girl collection earnings. Like, shut the fuck up. You sound stupid. You can't say Floyd is not paid and then omit the Conor McGregor fight because it wasn't a true boxer. He still got paid for it. He still entered the Forbes list off of it. Because you didn't consider it a real boxing match or whatever doesn't change the fact of the matter that he earned a lot of money in that fight. So if we're talking about who was the highest paid boxer, you can't say, oh, Conor fight, he wasn't even a trained boxer, so I'm not going to include that. No, it doesn't work like that. But this is what they have to do. And I told y'all before, and I'm going to say it again, smash the like button. But I told y'all, these man fans, what they do is they're getting bodied by their own side. Like the side that they're repping. The arguments, majority of the best arguments came directly from that side, which is crazy. Anthony Joshua himself told the Associated Press, you fight Wilder, motherfucker. You train and fight him. He said that. It's not like I got on the thing and said, oh, Joshua will probably say, and then I just speculated some shit. He told them that. So that's something they're saying. Eddie Hearn just did that interview with Fight Hype, and he said Wilder's more dangerous than Povetkin. So you see, they get killed by the side that they're drastically trying to defend and not see the truth behind. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilder's side, I heard Shelly Finkel say Anthony Joshua will be Wilder's toughest test. You know what I mean? No one's sleeping on Joshua saying he's not a good fight, but I never heard Wilder or Wilder's promoter or any of Al Heyman or anybody say that Anthony Joshua is a much more dangerous fight than Luis Ortiz. Their side's not saying that. But Eddie Hearn, Joshua's side, he just told you Wilder's more dangerous than the guy he's fighting next. If Wilder fights, let's say Dominic Brazil, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's comparing him to Anthony Joshua. But it's Hearn who's comparing the dangers of a Wilder to Povetkin. And the thing about it is this: these guys, their points are slowly crumbling. Their whole empire, all the arguments that they thought they were building the lead for, is slowly but surely falling because it's too many interviews being done. It's too many quotables, and all you have to do is pull a quote, and then it's just a wrap. We just handing out L's at will. Hamza said, true ego, they have to keep getting more creative to justify the inconsistencies and contradictions. They have to defend their fear of Wilder. Exactly. See, and the great thing with logic is you have to apply it, and the moment you apply it, you get to instantly see what it is and what it's not. Hold on, let me read my dude J-Dog. He left a comment. He has insightful things to say. Shout out to my shooter. Every heavyweight in the world are saying that Wilder versus AJ is the real fight that everyone needs to see. Exactly. Listen, in 1 year, new media, Ego's Army, it's actually less than a year. We took all their talking points and we quickly addressed them, proved the inconsistency, and then we move on. We've debunked them, right? I have not heard one solid argument that has not been addressed that favors Joshua and why he's fighting Povetkin. Not one. Not one of them. And I told you this was going to be problematic. See, the thing is, Eddie Hearn likes the spotlight. He likes the limelight. And that's kind of the downfall, because if you like that and you're already in the kind of the hot seat, so to speak, he's in the proverbial hot seat. You know what I mean? Not on my live stream, but he's in the hot seat in real life, and he likes them interviews. So he just keeps doing them, and it just gives more and more credence to what we've been saying. Just look at the facts, people. Shout out to Anthony. Anthony Allen, $15. Really appreciate that. I told you, you know it's real when the super chat, they come in and colors, they start looking like Sunny Delight bottles. Okay. Shout out to Anthony, $15 super chat. Great content. I usually watch the replay because it doesn't freeze and don't have to refresh the screen. Well, I upgraded the equipment, so I don't know if that's been a problem. I know that was a problem in some of the past streams, but thank you for your super chat and your feedback. But I upgraded all my equipment, and to my knowledge, we haven't had those problems. Because I remember, I know what you're talking about. We were having issues, Bay Area gang. We were having issues where it was like lagging and all this stuff. But I switched out everything, all my equipment, like regarding my internet, and I upped the speed. So I feel like everything should be working. But thank you, gang. Shout out to Maya. She already know what it is. But listen, every single thing has been addressed, and just look for it. You can literally use what they said against them. So the man fans, their talking point: oh, Wilder, he's a bum. He fights bums. Okay, then why don't you knock out the bum, become undisputed, and ride off into the sunset? And then nobody's gonna quit. If Joshua knocked out Wilder, like his promoter says he would do, right? Then you just ride off to the sunset. The heavyweight division is not really even that stacked. It has emerging players, but it's easy to identify the current heavyweight division tiers. We know who's at the top. We know who's in the tier below, like Dillian Whites and Luis Ortiz and Joseph Parker, guys who have either had a title or looking for their first title shots, the Gerald Millers, and they're like a click away from getting another title shot. And then you have like the guys who are up and coming, who haven't really had any big names, Daniel Dubois, Tony Yoka, and just the different heavyweights like that, Joe Joyce, that are upcoming, that look real good, but they're still making their way through, to the better names on their resume. And then you have other people underneath that, right? So it's just too easy. Why, if Joshua really felt he'll knock out him, why not fight him next? Right off to the sunset, because you won't. Joshua wouldn't even be criticized. If you became undisputed, you really earned, for a fight or two, you kind of earned the right to do whatever you want next. I think boxing fans are realistic, because if channels, like let's say my channel, if Joshua knocked out Wilder, became undisputed, had all the belts, and then let's say hypothetically, which I would never do, but hypothetically, I came on and I was like, oh, Joshua, what are you doing? You need to fight Tyson Fury next. You know what I mean? I would probably get criticized. Like, damn, he just became undisputed. You could chill. He could take another type of fight. He just had a tough fight with Wilder and became undisputed. You get what I'm saying? Not too many guys are being undisputed, becoming undisputed, to the point where if someone does, I think the fans would give you a break. You get what I'm saying? Like, and just it's clearly a different mindset. Terrence Crawford was the first person to become undisputed since like Jermaine Taylor, Hopkins, Lennox Lewis generation fighters. His first fight after being undisputed, he's taking on a champion. So you could still do it either way. You could do like Terrence Crawford, become undisputed and still take a potentially tough fight and make it look easy. Or people won't trip if you do like a middle of the road, top 15 kind of guy. You know what I mean? No one's going to be like, you have to fight so-and-so. You can kind of pick and choose your next foe. Shout out to Kamal Oz. It says Dillian White calls Ortiz easy and ducks. AJ does the same to Wilder. Yeah, but we're not buying that. You can't, listen, I don't want to hear nobody say anything about Luis Ortiz fighter-wise unless they trying to fight him. Unless they got a contract for him. Because he's old, he's decrepit, and all this stuff. He got knocked out, ha. Okay, so you fight him, you know? So I'm not believing anything that anybody says negative about Luis Ortiz unless it's Deontay Wilder, because he's the only person who has earned a right, because he holds a victory over Luis Ortiz, to even criticize Luis Ortiz. Nobody else is willing to fight him, so why would I value what someone else is saying if they have no intentions of fighting him? You know what I'm saying? Who cares then? You know what I mean? That's like me saying Terry Crews is a bitch, but then I have no intentions of seeing that man or fighting him, or, you're saying it to his face. That's, you know what I mean? That's like what they do on the internet, like these drive-by comments. Half of what you see, you don't see that in the physical. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to hear nobody. If anyone fighter-wise that's a heavyweight has anything bad to say about Luis Ortiz, I'm not listening to it unless you got negotiations or a contract to fight him, because that'll be the ultimate proof. Oh, Luis Ortiz is old. Okay, fight the old man then. Oh, Luis Ortiz, he lost a step. Okay, you fight him then. He lost a step. You know what I'm saying? So that's that settles that easy, because people have stuff to say, but then they won't do nothing about it. Luis Ortiz is old. Okay, you fight the old man and you'll get credit for it. Wilder's a champion, so the only other champion in the division is AJ. So if anybody else that beats Luis Ortiz that's not a champion, and actually I would say AJ just because of the stylistic matchup, but any other non-champion beating Luis Ortiz would do wonders for your credibility and your respect level in the boxing world, because the only person that beat him was the hardest punching champion. You know what I mean? So I'm not really doing that. Like, I like Tony Bellew a lot, straight up. I think he's a good dude. He's a man's man type. You know what I mean? Pause. But he says like his little 2 cents. That's cool. I'm gonna say my 2 cents. My 2 cents is, you can say, oh, Wilder, his resume is lacking. Okay, you add your name to his resume then. You know what I mean? That's a good fight. But he already been on record and he said he's not trying to fight Wilder. He's not trying to give up that height advantage and power advantage. He said that would be foolish. But yet he wants to fight Tyson Fury, who's bigger than Wilder, taller and mass-wise. So that's my whole status, man. Like, when with this Ego's Army. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Some people are saying the audio is too low. Testing 1 2. Can people hear the audio loud and clear? Is it hard to hear? There was like 2 people who were complaining saying the audio was low. So the audio's better now. I just cranked it up a little. All right, cool. Yeah, so I mean, that's my standpoint. Ego's Army, new media. I just really don't want to hear it unless you're gonna compete with that person. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? What's the point? He says their volume is low. I don't know what it was, but people were complaining, so I just cranked it up a little bit. But yeah, I just don't want to hear it. Like, oh, Luis Ortiz. And like, the funny thing is they try to find a way out of what's being said. Like, instead of listening to what's being said and hearing the person's explanation of what's being said, they want to find a way out of it, right? They want to find a way out of it. Like, they want to attach the reasoning to something. This is what the man fans are famous for. For example, Tyson Fury says Eddie Hearn knows Joshua will be chinned. He'll get chinned by Wilder. Wilder's gonna knock him out, and Eddie Hearn's trying to prolong it. That's what Tyson Fury said. He was sitting down in the chair. He put it on his Instagram account. That's what he said. So what they try to do is they try to attach some justification as to why he would say, oh, Tyson Fury's a hater. Oh, he said Charles Martin would be AJ. Like, who cares about Charles Martin fight happened 3 years ago? Fighters get fight predictions wrong. Let's talk about this fight prediction. You know what I mean? They always want to, like, or my channel, I'll say what I'm saying based on the evidence that I've seen, and they'll try to say, oh, you Americans. And this is not an American thing. Lennox Lewis, Luis Ortiz, Joseph Parker, Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker's trainer. That's 5 different people that have something to do with the heavyweight division that are not from America, on top of Evander Holyfield, Wilder, and people from within America that are saying this stuff, right? And you can't relegate it to an American thing, because I just named 5 people off the top of my head, and I could cite all of my sources that said similar things. Lennox Lewis said Wilder deserves 60-40. The lion's share obviously going to Joshua, right? Evander Holyfield kind of gave a lecture to Joshua saying, hey, you want to be great, you gotta fight this man. You gotta take this type of fight. That he's like, that's part of the game. That's part of blah blah blah. Like greatness and defining you is do what people think you can. And right? Oh, Daniel Dubois said it as well. That's right. He did say, he said he would pick Wilder to knock him out. You know what I mean? David Haye is a UK fighter. He said 50 mil is a terrible, it's a terrible or a load of money to turn down. You know what I mean? That's how I know we winning, because they try to find a way out, but there is no way out, because the whole world, you have people from all different walks of life who are all saying the same thing. What does David Haye like have where he has to give AJ, he owes something to AJ? What does Lennox Lewis owe to Wilder? You know what I'm saying? Where he's saying something that favors Wilder. He's from I think Canada originally, but then he moved to the UK or whatever. Carl Froch said the fight gotta happen. See, this is what I'm saying. But they let them get on my channel and they hear these videos and they know they're getting their ass kicked with these arguments. So they try to find a way to stuff it and pack it all in and say, oh, you Americans don't know shit. Oh, you American channels. Oh, the black channel. Why do the black, like, you know what I mean? They try to find some way to cloud the message and then like try to justify, oh, you're just saying that because you're American. It had nothing to do with being American. I lived in England. I love England. I love the UK. Eminem dude got blocked by one of my shooters, so we don't have to worry about him. These dudes are getting slaughtered. I told you they should just stop doing interviews. Focus more on the Povetkin fight. These UK boys are wild delusional. We know this. Ness from TBV was talking about this yesterday. It's not, listen, I don't believe, unless they're schizophrenic, I don't believe a lot of these fans are really, in their heart of hearts, believe what they're saying. Oh, wow. He said, my son just said, the black channel. Why do the black channels have their kids repeating this? I honestly, that's my thing. I don't think they really believe what they're saying. They just love to say it because it's therapeutic and it makes them feel better in the moment, but they don't believe it. Like, okay, put it this way. You could take the black channel, right? You take my channel, take something I say. I'll put bread behind the things I feel. I'll put bread if it comes down to it. Like if somebody is like rah 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 and I'm like rah rah rah, let's settle it. Let's bet something. Bet, like, put your money up. You know what I'm saying? Make it to where they have something to lose. Make it to where there's some, like, there's an end result. Just this kind of like the hot seat. This is why I like doing the hot seat. I love it because there's an end result. Your argument versus my argument. Fans decide, and then there's gonna be an insult, or there's gonna be an end result for that. You know what I mean? But these dudes don't want to bet nothing. If you really like these UK dudes, or whoever these protectors are, wherever they're from or whatever, bet something. Like, okay, I would have bet $2,500, $2,500 that Joshua wasn't fighting Wilder next, and I would have done this months ago. And guess what? If it was a legit bet and they actually had $2,500 where they would pay me and we put it in the escrow account, then I would be $2,500 richer. And I would start putting some money on credit cards and then put some in savings because I would have even more money. You know what I'm saying? I would have more money out of nowhere just because, but they don't do stuff like that. They want to get on the internet. Hold on, we got a super chat, and I don't want to forget it. So I'm gonna come back to it. I won't forget it. Shout out to the big time $5 super chat. This also disproves Hearn's statement of AJ's stock rising after this fight. No one wanted this fight. Yeah, and then you just told us Wilder's more dangerous. So basically, Wilder's a more thrilling fight, but we got to pay for DAZN to see the less dangerous option, the mandatory Povetkin. I mean, it's crazy. But like I said, these guys, they're not willing to bet nothing. They're not willing to put no money up in their belief system. That's how I know they don't believe what they say. They don't. Because if they did, like, you know what I mean? Okay, let's say you don't have $2,500 to bet me. Bet your channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll put the bread up. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the bread up. So, okay, you don't have that type of money. That's fine. That's fair. Close your channel. And we're going to sign a contract that you got to close your channel. There'll be a whole lot of, it'll be spring cleaning. We'll have some liquidation sales like a motherfucker around YouTube. So you got to put, it has to be something. If the shit you saying is absolutely real, I'll put some money up. Because I'm not closing my channel because we too successful here. I mean, that would be stupid. But I'll put some money up. A lump sum. You know what I mean? A good amount of money, you know, for the bet. But you got to close your channel or match the bet in terms of the monetary. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make you sign a contract that you got to close, delete your channel. They're not, you think they'll do that? So, hey, Wilder Joshua, I told you I don't think it's going to happen next. I'll put this money up. Let's see if they see, back in the day, at least in the Bay Area, we used to do sideshows. People used to race, all types of shit like that. Some people, if it really got shaken, they would race for pink slips. You know what I'm saying? Race for pink slips. Meaning, if I beat you in this race, I own your car now. That's crazy. Like, you fucking got to walk home. And this is back in the day, so I think it was before Uber and shit. Your dumb ass you couldn't even do a ride share back then. Your dumb ass gotta walk home. You gotta walk home. Yo, don't be name dropping nobody in my channel. Do not put my verse on y'all records. Delete your comment or you will be deleted. If you name drop in any other YouTube channel, delete your own comment or you will be deleted. Retract your shit. We not playing no games. That is not how you don't get on my channel soliciting. We don't do that. Listen, it's a public service announcement. If you left a comment, hold on, fine, fuck it. I'm just gonna delete them. They don't want to delete their shit. Okay. See, I try to warn y'all. Y'all make me the bad guy. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds to delete your comment. If you left a comment where you soliciting and name dropping another channel that don't have nothing to do with my channel, retract your comment. If not, you will be blocked. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. All right, fuck it. Hold on. Listen, ain't nobody getting on, piggybacking on me. I work too hard. Don't put no other channel. Do not put my verse on y'all records. I'm Jay-Z with this shit. We clapping. Ain't no free soliciting. You got to earn yours the hard way. Hard work, dedication. Anyway. Yeah, y'all coming up like that's not what this is about. I already know we winning. And I have a good grasp of who's saying what. You know what I mean? Just because you guys send me the dumb shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, people aren't trying to put nothing up. Put something up. Put your whole channel up. You know, put some money up. And we would have seen what is what. But they don't want to do that. See, they don't want to. They're not real martyrs. A real martyr is going to live and die, you know what I mean, by the statements they make and what they believe in. This ain't no game. This, like, the shit I do, this ain't no game. This ain't for the cameras. This is how I really feel. No matter who's in front of me, who's, like, where, if I'm live, if I'm on the computer, like, it don't matter. This is how I really feel. This is not a game. You know what I mean? I'm not doing, I don't get on the camera and start cooning to, like, make people, like, I don't know, create controversy or something stupid. Kamal Oz, $2 super chat. Oscar will be giving out Cosby pudding pops at the Mungia Smith fight. Wow. That's actually not a bad fight. Listen. Tell him to bet something. Bet something. Put your whole channel up. We battling for pink slips. Delete your channel. So imagine how many channels I would have annihilated. You know what I mean? We would really eradicate channels if they had the balls to do what they talking about. Put your whole channel. We battling for pink slips. You know? Put your whole channel up. If you thought Wilder and Joshua was gonna happen next, put your channel on it. Akron was cool. It was good. I'm working on something, a project from that trip, but I just been busy, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. So yeah, I figured this out. I figured this game out, man. They not trying to bet nothing. All they do is say the shit, and they know they don't believe it. But like I said, we got the proof, and the proof. Listen. How is it that people can do an Eddie Hearn compilation video of just shit he said, him only, or Anthony Joshua, but why didn't they drop the Deontay Wilder one? Why didn't they drop one on Shelly Finkel? I got a compilation right now. Eddie Hearn says, we wanted Wilder Joshua September in Wembley, 2 things that can no longer happen. So now we got to look at Cardiff. Why was he talking about Cardiff when you didn't have to look at Cardiff because you did a 2-fight Wembley deal starting in September? So what was why did you even throw Cardiff into the equation? And then saying, oh, I need an 8-week, we need more than 8 weeks. But then Joshua has a video where he's in a car with the do-rag in the passenger seat in May, said he's already started training. So if you date May to when September 22nd is, it would have been longer than 8 weeks. You know, this is all stuff they're saying. Why did they do a Wilder? Get a compilation of Wilder audio clips where he says, man, I ain't going to the UK. Man, I'll go to the UK. You can't do it. That's why. Because he always maintained that he would go to the UK. You know what I mean? And they know this. PMT, why we never heard, you need to fix your grammar. Why we never heard a formal interview from Finkel and only Wilder? Who gives a shit? What does that have to do with anything? He has formal interviews. Just because he's not doing a fucking, you know what I'm saying, on Fight Hype or something, he has interviews. World Boxing News has some of them. ESPN has some of them. What are you talking about? And what does that have to do with anything? What, like, what you want to look at his face while he's talking? What are you talking about? PMT, what relevance does your question have? I need to know this. He said, why we never had heard a formal interview. What are you talking about? So ESPN's not a formal interview? Print media is not a formal interview anymore? You only have to be on YouTube digital platforms? What are you talking about? PMT, I'm asking you a question. He did an interview with Brendan Schaub. Ego, they wanted to see his beard. And if he was wearing sunglasses. Hey, y'all tripping. Hey, PMT, you're getting blocked in 10 seconds unless you answer up. We need to know the army is waiting and you're just stalling. Explain what relevance your question has and how is interviews with ESPN, World Boxing News, boxing credible sites, right? How is that? The promoters make the fights, the fighters fight. Eddie Hearn, we heard all the time from here. Strike one. You got 7 more seconds to answer the question. What you just said had nothing to do with anything. Okay, you got 4 seconds. You could keep stalling. My shooter's lock and load. His name is PMT. Failure to answer the question. I told you, y'all not getting away with that on my streams. If you have something insightful to say, we're all willing to learn. All right, time's up. PMT can go. We can get PMT out of here. Any shooter. Listen, y'all not, it's not about me not agreeing with your opinion. Your opinion, maybe I don't agree with it, but then you refuse to explain it to us. That's the problem. It's not that we have a difference of opinion. Like, true, what he just said didn't make sense to me, but I'm willing to hear him out. And he's refusing to elaborate. That's the problem. See, a lot of people, they try to flip it and play the video like that Permit Patty bitch. She called the cops on a little girl, and then she got ridiculed, and she tried to resend it and say, oh, I didn't call the kid. I didn't call the cops. I was just pretending to call the cops. And then the 911 tape got leaked, or the police station call or whatever got leaked. So you lied, and now you're trying to act like the victim. I was getting death threats, and that's what they do. They act like Permit Patties. They some snitches in my live stream, and then all of a sudden, when they fail to do something, then they go to other channels crying about how, oh, Ego, he just blocks people if you don't agree with his opinion. That's not it. We can disagree, but you got to explain it. This is your point. We waiting. Oh, Ego, he'll just block you if you. But what are you telling these other channels on me for? What are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, so they gonna reason with me and tell me how to run my channel? Like, y'all tripping. Y'all be snitching, telling channels. Like, what's that do to me? Like they my dad or something. Oh, Ego just blocks people and he doesn't agree with your opinion. What they gonna do? I'm waiting. What's the other channel gonna do? Hello? What that channel gonna do about how I run shop? I don't tell people how to podcast on their channel. I don't tell them what to do. So we run it how we want to run it here. You know what I mean? Y'all be running the snitching to them boys. See, that's why, man. That's why I don't like this internet. People be talking all that gangster talk and all this extra shit, and then when things turn a certain way, like turn like to a physical, they be the first ones to sue. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Ego's a bitch. Like, okay. And then if something happened and shit pop off, then I'm the one with the lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? That's all you just got to just keep it boxing, just keep it all the way G. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not worth it. Because people, more often than not, they show their face. They're content doing these drive-by comments because that's all they about. They don't have time to sit and park. Like me, when I feel passionate about something, I'll sit. Like, if this was a drive-by, I don't have to drive by. I'll sit and park and just start dumping. You know what I'm saying? That's how my arguments are. But they just spraying anywhere, little kids and stray bullets. Anybody can get shot because you didn't take your time because you was in such a rush to just get it off. Bah, 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 get your shots off and then peel out. You know what I mean? I like that up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I don't play that shit. And I'm finna bust a cap. Oh, that, man, shut the. Hamza's on fire today. He said they don't have substance, Ego. They just regurgitate casual talking points. Exactly. They just. Eddie Hearn will say something. That's why these guys. A lot of them are puppets, because they'll just listen to another channel say something. Eddie Hearn say something. Anthony Joshua say something. and they'll just go around repeating that, but they don't analyze it for continuity, see if it makes sense. They'll just say it, and then that's when they come to a channel like mine and they deal with the army and they get himped up because they didn't think it through. You know, they didn't think it through from start to finish to see if it made sense. Listen, damage control 101. Ronald Finkley reminded me. Shout out to my shooter. Anthony Joshua just did an interview with Sky Sports, and him and Eddie are the only ones that didn't get the memo, I guess. And I think they got the memo, but they're just acting like they didn't get the memo. They're keeping this notion going. April 13th, we want to fight Wilder. They wanted to fight you this year, so let's be clear on that. They don't fuck April. They wanted to fight you now, and it didn't happen because you didn't want to fight them now because you're fighting Povetkin. That's the first reality. The second thing is this. Immediately after the fallout, both Shelly Finkel and Wilder did public interviews, both print and visual. Like, I actually looked at Wilder's face as he was saying it on some of them. And they said all those old deals and failed negotiations, they were for Joshua's next fight, a.k.a. this year. Now that that's no longer the case, there's no rush. We're not signing shit, and we're not accepting those deals. If you want to fight us, we want 50-50 and or we want to reopen negotiations and start from a clean slate. We're not going to just resume the past. They immediately said that after the WBA kind of cock blocked and came out with this 24-hour, right? Eminem, you buy hot seat. No, this is what they try to do. When they start getting buried, they try to share the blame. He said both parties are to blame. You're in the hot seat. Okay, so what did Wilder's side do? We already know what Joshua's side did. See, this is what they want to do. This is their way of waving the white flag. They want to, oh, it's really everyone's fault. So what I'm not saying there's something that couldn't have been said, or like, okay, Wilder said Eddie Hearn's a crook, maybe you shouldn't say that. I'm talking about major things that prevented this fight from happening next. So you tell me, Eminem, you tell me what Wilder's side did that stalled out this fight and prevented it from happening next. Because we already know what Joshua's side did. This is what they do. Like I said, this is their way of waving the white flag. Both parties are to blame. No, no, no. Unless you can prove it. So what did Wilder's side do to majorly stall this particular fight? We're not doing that. There is no shared there's no shared responsibility unless you could prove it. I'm talking about major roadblocks, major hurdles, major obstacles. Not like, oh, Wilder, he could have chose his words better. I'm talking about major things where they backed out or whatever. Where are you at? And the timer starts now. Why was Wembley not available for Wilder but was for Povetkin? Because they wanted to fight Povetkin. Shout out to Christian Boswell. He said that's that conservative style bullshit. Hey, bro, you got 20 seconds. We're not waiting all day. That's what they want to do. They want to act like, oh, it's everybody's fault. No. Tell us what was the major obstacles that Team Wilder created. We're not doing no it's shared responsibility because Team Joshua's getting bodied. Okay, hold on. He responded. It's a $50 million deal. AJ asked for the money to be in an escrow account. You're lying. Eddie Hearn, and I could play it, he says we never asked for proof of funds. AJ said he never even heard of the deal or never seen the money. So you just made up some shit. Cite your source. How your first sentence in your response is a lie. Cite your source. AJ asked for the money to be in the escrow account. No, he didn't, because he said he never seen the money. And Eddie Hearn's on tape saying, hey, guess what? He says, we never asked for proof of funds. They were never provided, but we never asked. So once again, this is why you're trying to have shared responsibility, because you're clearly misinformed. So you tell me how I can link to AJ asking for the money to be in the escrow account, because you just made that up. If the money's available and legit, most fighters surely would be able to provide proof of funds. This is who y'all send for me? So you would sign a deal without seeing the money. I never said that. Strike two. You're putting words in my mouth. The first thing you said is a lie. I asked you a question and then you switch and ask me a question. How's that work? Where did you hear Anthony Joshua ask for the money to be in an escrow account? Where was that? Where did you hear that? Where did AJ say that? See, everything I say, I know how to trace it back to the source. So Eminem, you have 2 strikes. When did AJ ask for the money to be in the escrow account? Please tell me. Look, we'll pull it up right now. How do I get to it? See, this is why they want to share the responsibility, because they're misinformed.
Why hasn't they come back and said, all right, so Deontay Wilder sent him an email and said, I will give you $50 million for this fight. So he said, that's unique, an offer from a fighter. You know, no disrespect to Deontay Wilder, he certainly doesn't have $50 million. So we came back and we said, I was actually in New York. I said, I'm very interested. Can we meet to discuss? This was to Shelley. And Shelley said, you have to accept the fight first. I said, well, we're interested. That should be enough for you. But I need to know a lot more about this offer. I can't commit someone like Anthony Joshua to an offer like this without knowing the details. We feel a meeting would be non-productive, this is what he said, and you need to accept the offer first. So I thought, that's bizarre. How can you not want to talk about an offer of $50 million? So I spoke to Anthony about it, and we all agreed, this is of interest. We'd like to see the contract. So I went back to them and said, we'd like to see the contract. Now, there's this big thing about proof of funds. Now, and of course, I would have asked for proof of funds if we would have even got that far. People say they provided proof of funds. It's absolute bullshit. They didn't provide anything, not even a contract. So they answered a couple of questions. It would be in the US, etc., etc. But I said, we need to see a contract. We're not sending you a contract till you accept this fight. I said, well, I'm not accepting the fight because what they want you to do is publicly accept the fight. And then once, you know, things progress, it breaks down, you look bad. So I don't want to accept a fight until I see the contract. We're not sending you a contract. Okay,
boom.
Fair enough.
He said, we did not accept the fight and we never asked for proof of funds. You're up. Where Eminem at? You see how quick I found my shit? Where Eminem at? These young boys can't beat me. Oh my gosh. Yashan is killing. He said, that's funny, Boxingego. They offer Wilder $12.5 million without a contract and asked him to publicly accept it. Exactly. They wanted him to do some shit that they said they don't want to do. And their contract was worth more money. Hey, TC the Crisis, chill. He said, Eminem, hello. All right, we ain't waiting all day, man. Bro, you got to hurry up. You flatlined? Eminem Masturbation Man. Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters and shit. Hey, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, where you at? All right, you got 10 seconds, bro. The show must go on. Eminem, where you at? More malarkey. Where you at? Oh my God, Dale's killing you. He said you can't find a lie. All right, get this man the fuck up out of here. He respond. Hold on. If anything, the last video proves the original debate about it being also Wilder's fault. No contract, no media. Nope. Strike 3. Get him out of here. You didn't answer any of the questions, and then you said if anything it proved. Nope. You see how he refuses to answer the questions? Ego should do a compilation of Eddie Hearn lies. Nah, I'm not doing all that because that's labor. If y'all pay me, I'll do it. Like we'll do it like a charity event, and if we raise enough money, I'll waste my time. I got too much shit to do. I'm gonna cover Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter. It's actually 18,000 interviews and finding the timestamps. I'm not doing all that unless y'all put money up. You know what I mean? Time is money for me, so I don't have time like that to be listening to lie. I already know the truth, and we've addressed all this stuff, so I'm not doing all that. I'm not going one by one. These dudes are getting bodied. That's why they're getting clapped. L blocked. Let's get it. The dude said it's both. See how they try to do? It's everybody's fault. Yeah, it's everybody's fault because you want it to be everybody's fault, but then you can't explain what Wilder's side did. Hey, block Te Gusta Box. Get him the fuck out of here. Oh, damn. Ronald Finkley was already on it. Yeah, keep putting that dumb shit if you want. Your reign on top was short like leprechauns. Y'all be out of here so fucking quick. So he's done. But this is what they try to do. They want it to be a shared responsibility because they know their whole empire is crumbling. All the stuff they built up is slowly but surely being annihilated. And I know Eddie Hearn and Joshua didn't expect this because Wilder wasn't in the light that he's in right now. People were saying, oh, windmill Wilder. So they thought they could play the public and the public was on their side. But that's just how quick public opinion can change on somebody, especially with new media around, because we will get to the facts. You know what I mean? They thought they could just keep saying whatever and the public was going to buy it and keep saying it. Now you only have a few lingerers, a few scragglers who are even trying to attempt to debate this stuff anymore. It's well documented. Once again, we got to pace ourselves. I'm going to do an open hot seat for the next 5 minutes. Hold on. And listen. Like, this is how organized we are now. We're going to do it really like the military. And I'm going to just do intervals. 5 minutes. Look. Oh, shit. Hold on. All right. Starting now, we have an open hot seat for the next 5 minutes. That's how I'm going to do it. Because the hot seats occur on my time. So if you don't understand it and you want to battle in the hot seat, your opinion, I don't even know what y'all are saying, but I'm comfortable that I know the whole situation. Look. So we're just going to keep talking. We got an open hot seat. Step up if you want. Time is ticking. If you disagree with what's being said, show your face. Please step up. We gonna do the hot seats on my terms, on my time, because they just want to jump in. What they do is they'll fucking wait until after the video publishes, or they'll wait until I'm in the hot seat with somebody else when I can only defend one argument at a time, and then that's when they jump in. So right now we have an open hot seat. Please step up if you disagree with this Wilder Joshua shit. Open hot seat. Come argue your best point. Tell me how Wilder's a bum. Tell me how he's windmill Wilder. Tell me how sign the contract, big boy. He has the contract. Tell me how he should sign for a fight in April in fucking July. Tell me these things. You tough, right? Argue your points. Let me hear your best shit. Tell me how Eddie Hearn didn't say that September Wembley wasn't available and then now Joshua's fighting September in Wembley. Tell me how Eddie Hearn didn't say that Wilder's more dangerous than Povetkin. We need a topic with more controversy? No, we don't. because this topic allegedly has controversy, but people don't want to step up. I promise you, see, this is my channel. I literally get off, like, I'm not lying. As soon as videos are published, all of a sudden there's I see 4 comments, and they're like, "Oh, shut up, you biased yank, you know that." And I'm like, where were these dudes when I was streaming? I'm like, where's all this resistance? Why didn't you do this in the hot seat? But they wait until the video's published, and then it's too late. Step up. Damn, that 5 minutes is going quick. Step up, please. Argue your points. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm just gonna open the floor when I want, cause these dudes be trying to they're like time vampires. They know the hot seat's popping, they know the channel's popping, so they'll just come in doing these drive-bys at random times, and it kind of changes the pacing of what we trying to do. So again, bring up all these points. Wilder has a contract, and see this. Listen to how horrendous Abel's tripping. Listen to how horrendous these arguments are. As soon as the Wilder-Joshua fight fell out, Wilder and Shelly Finkel did interviews, more than one, where they said all these deals that didn't pass, that didn't go through fully for this year, for Joshua's next fight, we're not doing anymore. Right? We're not doing anymore. Now you have Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua performing damage control, and they keep saying, "Oh, Joshua's signing the contract," or Joshua himself said, I signed the contract." What contract did you sign? And they said they're not. Do you get what I'm saying? That's like if I go to ask a girl on a date and she said, "Oh no, I'm cool, I'm not interested," and I'll be like, "I'll be there to pick you up at 8." What are you talking about? Even if she was willing to go on a date with you a month ago, you didn't accept the offer. You didn't cash in while the getting was good, and now she says she doesn't want to date you. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? A girl, like, she's like, "Oh no, thank you. I don't want to go on a date with you. I'll pick you up at 8. I'm a honk twice." Like, what are you talking about? Honk twice. She does not want to go on a date with you. Why would you say, "I'm gonna be there to pick you up at 8? Where are you trying to eat? She's not trying to eat shit. She wants you to eat a restraining order. Fuck off. Scram. She doesn't like you. She's fucking somebody else. She doesn't want you. Your breath stinks. You got a little pecker. Not interested. She Tinder swiped you. To the left. Right? Well, I tried to give them a shot, and they didn't want to step up. They didn't want to step up. But that's the equivalent of this Joshua. "Oh yeah, we signed the contract, and that's gonna lure him in." Well, what are you talking? He told you he's not signing that contract. So what contract did you sign? That doesn't even make sense. How you keep saying we put our names on the contract? Why you put your name on the contract now? After he told you he's done. He said, you want new negotiations? We gotta start from scratch. What are you talking about? You have a signed contract. Like I said, it's the equivalent of a dude asking a girl on a date. She was willing to date you that month. So June. But you waited. And she didn't think you were interested. So she started doing her own thing, or put your dumb ass in the friend zone. So you can't just come when you want. The end of July, like, "Hey, what's up with that date?" "Oh no, thank you. I'm good. I got a lot of work, and I've just been busy. I'm not trying to date you." And you talking about, "I'll be there to pick you up at 8. I already made reservations." Reservations to what? She said she don't want to date you. What did you make reservations to? I know you like the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit, so I made reservations for 8:30. Like, what do you? This shit is stupid. Like, you made reservations at 8, and she told you no to the date. Joshua talking about now, after it's already failed, and Shelly Finkel and Wilder already said they're not signing that old deal. They were doing it to get you next. They didn't get their way, and they didn't get it next. So they said that's all kaput. And you talking about, oh yeah, I signed the deal. I signed the deal. My name. What deal? What did you sign? You signed some papers for Matchroom and DAZN. What are you talking about? Why would anyone fight you without knowing how your next fight going? That's like Adrian Broner signing to fight Lucas Matisse. You know what I mean? Lucas is like, yeah, if you really want to fight me for $5 million, sign to fight me before the Pacquiao fight. And then we watch the Pacquiao fight. He gets dusted the fuck off and turns into Quit Tisse. And then Broner got this contractual obligation to fight Matisse, which is not going to sell good because Matisse looks like he's well past it. Why would anyone rush like that? If they didn't get the fight when they wanted it, what's the rush now? It's not happening for the whole rest of the year. Like I said, Easter is in April. This Wembley shit or whatever. This Wembley shit is in April of 2019. Is there anybody on my channel that is picking out their next Easter's outfit? Anybody? Is there anybody? Like I consider myself to be a decent planner. I'm trying to get back to how I used to plan, like to a T. But is there anyone that's planning like that, where they have their Easter outfit for April 2019 right now? They're like, man, I'm about to kill him. I got these new Stacey Adams shoes. I'm about to kill them at the church. I'm about to put your hands together. Stomp. I'm about to kill these, man, the Easter egg hunt. I'm about to be like this with it. Like, who's planning like that? Like, who you picking out your Easter outfit for? Like, who does that? Man, I don't have, listen, ain't nobody got no Christmas gifts. I don't know what I'm eating for Thanksgiving this year. The fuck I look like planning for April. I don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween. I don't know none of that. And that's this year. You up here with these shoes finna kill him, man. I got the button down shirt. I'm about to kill him this next Easter. Nobody's planning for no April. Especially when you got a fight coming up with a gold medalist. It's like nonsensical stuff. And these dudes is getting bodied. Kenny Linder said he's doing his Christmas shopping for 2019. Yeah, make your wish list. Ho, ho, ho. Make your wish list for December. Like, it's ridiculous. Nobody's doing that. And especially in a sport like boxing. Because who knows how Joshua's going to even look. Because in my opinion, since the Klitschko performance, his performances haven't improved. If anything, they've regressed or been the same. And I wouldn't even say he'd been the same, because one guy went the distance with you, and then Takam, you didn't look that great either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look cool, but you didn't look like the Joshua that's knocking out Kevin Johnson and Dillian White and shit. So it's like, what are we talking about? AJ keep talking about we got this contract. What contract? The contract that he and Shelly Finkel said they want no parts of now because you didn't enable your part of the bargain, which is fight me next. So those contracts are over. It's done. I don't even understand how this is even like a legit talking point for any of you guys. The fans really, that's how you know it's desperation. Oh, AJ signed his portion. He signed his portion of what? A DAZN slave deal or something? Like, what did he sign his portion of when they told you we're not? See, again, this is desperation. This is damage control. Eddie Hearn he's trying to get some power back and some play back. So he's trying to put it in the fans' ear and have them run with it, but we're not falling for it. He's trying to have the casual zombies hear this and be like, oh, it's all the ball's in the Wilder's court. No. He already told you before you guys start saying Joshua's going to sign. He said that we want 50-50. Those old deals are done because we didn't get you next. And that's what those deals were agreed for. And that's perfectly fair. They were agreeing to fight Joshua's next fight. That's what was negotiated. So any switch, if you do any kind of switcheroo, then it's not what they agreed to. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you agree to a contract and then, like, let's say Gerald Miller and Kubrat Pulev agreed to fight in New York. And Kubrat Pulev says no, and the deal falls apart. And then Kubrat Pulev sends Gerald Miller a contract. Here, I'm sending you contract signed. And then you look at the contract, and then it says, fight me in Bulgaria. Oh, sign the contract. What? When did Bulgaria come into it? You know what I'm saying? You can't make amendments to a contract and then expect someone to sign it as if everything was the same. The contract that they agreed to was to fight you in Joshua's next fight. They offered you 50 mil in America, or they were willing to come for a low flat rate of 15 mil. So now that they're not getting that fight next, there's no real contract. There's no talking point. Because everything is different. Everything has changed. We wanted to fight you next, and that was it. So now that the whole actuality of the fight is different, then you have to take that into consideration. There wasn't supposed to be anyone in between. It was supposed to be Joshua Wilder next. Now you're fighting a whole known, unknown commodity that has nothing to lose, like Povetkin, a guy who's threatening, has power, good boxer, gold medalist. Then now, of course, who wouldn't want to wait to see how Joshua first looks before locking into something? And we all know the first and second offer from Hearn and Joshua was bullshit. Flat rates. Shout out to Dale McCree. $5 super chat. Obvious to see that the September fight was never open for Wilder. Exactly. You have to be a moron not to see that. Shaking my head. And that's why we doing these videos. We killing it. We killing it. And they know it. And they can't do nothing. Smash the like button. Here's another thing with this whole situation. Hold on. Smash the like button, yo. Who's the drive-by guy? I'm not doing no hot seat. I already see. You see what I'm talking about? I opened up the whole floor. This bum was probably in the chat. Didn't say shit when I had the open hot seat. So now he could just sit there and suffer. We're not doing this. We're not going to keep getting distracted because they want to get distracted. You guys heard it, or if you're watching the replay, you will get to hear it. So they can wait. And it looks like my shooter already took care of him. You see how I invite everybody to do an open hot seat where it's all eyes on me, like Tupac's album. All eyes on me and this open hot seat. Who's going to step up? They don't step up. And then when I start talking, and I'm not really focused on the chat per se and reading every single comment because we're just flowing, talking about the content, then they come up trying to like graffiti up and tag up the comment section. It's so easy for people to see. That's why it don't hold no weight. You're done, son. These arguments, fuck everyone, for real, you're about to get blocked too. You keep putting the same, see? I couldn't even finish it, and Ronald Finkley already clapped your dumb ass. I told you, I got the best shooters. I got the best shooters. They know who's fucking up, the whole chat. But yeah, like I said, the whole world sees what it is. The whole world sees what the whole thing is. Favorite Tupac album? That's hard. I can't really narrow that down. Cause I like All Eyes on Me. I mean, that had hit after hit. I think Machiavelli album's probably a little bit grittier than All Eyes on Me. But then I really like Me Against the World. I think Me Against the World was Tupac's most personal album. like where he really let you. That was like poetic mixed with, I see death around the corner. You know what I'm saying? They punish the people that's asking questions, and those that possess still with the. He said still from the ones without possession. So yeah, I think Me Against the World was his most introspective album. So I don't know. It's between those three though. But I like his body of work. You know what I mean? Thug Life was dope, Strictly for My Niggas. Are You Still Down? He got hits, man. But yeah, man, they always want to do these drive-bys after the fact. I opened the whole hot seat. All Eyes on Me had great production. You're right about that. See, and you know what's impressive about All Eyes on Me is a double album, and I could play both discs literally straight through without no skips. See, they don't make music like that. They don't make, to me at least, they don't make shit where you can play, and the songs be shorter nowadays. Songs be like a minute or two. You know what I mean? Short ass songs, and you can't even play in the whole album. Like Jay-Z's Blueprint. Same thing. I could literally listen to Jay-Z's Blueprint straight through. I don't have to skip nothing. Devontae has some sick ass beats. Daz Dillinger did some beats too. Hey, you're tripping. What's your phone number was whack? That shit went. That Morris Day sample. Not can make miracles in tenfold. Is instrumental written for the nympho. That's the intro. Shook when you rush me. Don't ever touch me. What do you wanna? Just cause I'm paid in the work way true. Looking kind of good in your you tripping. That beat slap. I wonder if you wildly yak shot or do you like it be on top or the back? Hey, you lick your lip, shake your hip, goddamn, I love that shit. Now let's stop faking it, be real now. I got a room in the heart or still there. Hey, he was killing. You tripping. That's my shit. What's your phone number? Does a bear take a shit and wipe his ass with a rabbit in the woods? Yeah. Nah, you tripping. That was a Morris Day song sample. Shook when you rush me, what do you wanna fuck? Just cause I'm paid in the work way true. Look kinda good in your birthday suit. Yeah, DJ Quick, he slept on. He mixed the whole album damn near. I heard about that. That track had bars for that. Yeah, y'all tripping on that one. That's my shit. You know, one had a grow on me. I forgot what it's called, but the one with Danny Boy, that one had a grow on me, but I like it now. Where he said something, just like little kids still believe in the magic. That one where he said that. It was at the end of one of the albums. Heaven. Heaven ain't hard to find. In fact, you could just have it, like that had a grow on me, but I like it now. So. But. Man, anyway, back to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearns. I'm so frustrated right now. You can't change the contract. And then now all of a sudden, after you done double dip. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's what we call in the retail world double dipping. When there's like a 10% off sale, and then someone's trying to use a 10% off coupon and a $5 off coupon. We'd be like, oh, sorry, we're not allowed to combine coupons. Because most of the coupons would specifically say cannot be added or combined with any other offer. Because they knew people are going to try to stack and double dip. You feel what I'm saying? That's what Joshua's trying to do, or his promoter. He's trying to double dip. He's trying to get this little knot. He knows the pressure for Wilder fight is like through the roof. But like he said in the interview, oh, I think we can get away with one more. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to pack out the Wembley for 90,000 fans, sucker them into going to that, pacifying it as a, oh, Povetkin, he's a dangerous puncher, gold medalist, and he's a mandatory. We had to fight him, blah, blah, blah. Try to get 90,000 there, and then you know you have to fight Wilder. Because, okay, hypothetically, if Joshua fought Parker and then immediately fought Wilder in September, and then he gets knocked out, then guess what? Joshua doesn't have to fight Povetkin because he'll no longer have any belts. If Wilder, then he doesn't, how is he, the Povetkin fight, the only reason Povetkin's even getting the fight is because he's the mandatory. So if Wilder, if he jumps in the middle and knocks out Joshua, then that becomes his problem. Now he got to fight Povetkin maybe, but Joshua don't have to worry about it. But if you do it in this order, which is what they wanted all along, then you could fight a dangerous fight in Povetkin, hope Joshua gets past it, and then you know the pressure is going to be great, and then people are saying whatever they're saying about Joshua now, and then you make hopefully make the fight with Wilder next. But it doesn't work both ways, and there's a strong chance, at least from what a lot of experts, including myself, have said, Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, Wilder himself, they all are picking Wilder by knockout, right? So you see how that order only works one way? If Joshua does get knocked out when he fights Wilder, if he were to do it in September, then there's no reason for Povetkin fight after that, because Povetkin's looking for a world title shot because he's 39 years old. You get what I'm saying? But if you do it this way, you put Wilder on the back burner and then try to blame him somehow. But you put him on the back burner, fight Povetkin, you say, oh, we took care of our mandatory. You made 90,000 seat sales or whatever here, and then you fight the big fight at Wembley, which you probably told Wembley you're going to get it. Listen, here's how I know what the fuck I've been saying is true. If y'all want to hear, smash the like button, and can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm going to break it down. If y'all want me to kick the knowledge, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna explain this to you again. We got 125 likes. We got to get that up. Y'all are in the chat. Smash the like button. Come on, this is the army. We don't stop. We don't die. We multiply. Let's get it. Y'all just gonna hit the like button early and then people stop. Nah, this is, come on. We top notch with it. We don't get tired. Shout out to Dale McCree, $5 super chat. I think Eddie Hearn is pure trash. Wow. But he used the hype for he used the hype for the demand for Wilder fight to hype his next fight. This is more, that's a great comment, and shout out to you for the super chat. Listen, this is how you know they're also pushing the agenda with this, is if Wilder ain't this and that, how come nobody is even really talking about Povetkin? You know, the whole DAZN press conference, people were talking about Wilder in the crowd chanting about Wilder, or when Gerald Miller started like, yeah, you a pussy, hey, you a English muffin. They were talking about that. So how is it that nobody knows Wilder, but this whole buildup for Povetkin has been surrounded by mainly Wilder's name, and then Gerald Miller threw his cap in the hat when he confronted Joshua, or whatever you want to call that. So two American fighters, this whole promotion has been built off the backs of American fighters and Joshua versus Povetkin. Ain't nobody talking about Povetkin. I'm not hearing. Actually, the only questions I heard about Povetkin are about drug testing and shit. Like, ain't that a bitch? Eddie Hearn, what do you think about Povetkin failing drug tests? Are you worried? Shit like that. That's not like positive shit. People keep talking about Wilder. Oh, when you gonna fight Wilder? What happened with the Wilder fight? Wilder Joshua Wilder negotiations. New York Times, they did the article where Joshua was telling the fans to fight Wilder, and it says Joshua cannot escape. That's bad when New York Times talking about Joshua cannot escape Wilder conversations. He cannot escape Wilder talk. But anyway, I'm gonna kick the science. I need a couple more hell yes, 5 hell yes, and I'm gonna drop the science right here, and I'm gonna explain to you how this game works, what this real life supposed to be like. Smash the like button. Can I get a couple of hell yes? And we're gonna jam right in it. Pause. Pause. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is how I know. This is how I know for a fact that this is more to do with Team Joshua's side. And I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this, but leave it to your boy. I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'm sure some people they can add this to their long list of great points against what they're trying to do in this damage control. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. The notion of Wilder getting a percentage split of any sort has been omitted from this whole negotiations contract. The whole thing. Because I really firmly believe a percentage split based on the magnitude of this percentage or this particular fight is a more fair offer. So you know Wilder would be more enticed or inclined to take it because he knows it's a big fight and that there's a chance that it could tank, but nobody really believes that. No one really feels it's going to do horrible, right? People like Evander Holyfield are saying it's a big fight, right? You got the Golden State Warriors game talking about the fight. But they know that that's the reality of the situation and it is a big fight. Eddie Hearn himself said this is the biggest fight in world boxing, end quote. So they know if they offered a reasonable percentage split that Wilder's going to take it. And they wanted to stall it and hold off. There's no way the Wilder fight tanks. Exactly. We know that. Because it's a top level fight for undisputed and in the heavyweight division. So that's why. Okay, for example, if Wilder was willing to take this for $15 and a hot dog on a stick corn dog, I mean 15 million, excuse me, 15 million in a fucking corn dog, flat fee, if you offered him 35, 40%, do you think he's going to have any hesitation coming to the UK for it? Just be honest with yourselves. If you offered him something really reasonable for the magnitude of this fight, like 33.5, 35, 37, 40%, does anyone believe that Wilder would just be like, oh, fuck that? You know what I mean? You look at Golovkin. Golovkin had a draw with his person, and he didn't want to back down from 50-50. And then he didn't want to back down from 45%. Wilder would take 40%, I'm pretty sure. Bernie says, speaking the truth, ego, other channels are serving softball questions. Exactly. And see, let's relate that. I think I just brought up a good point and it made me think. How come Golovkin had a draw with Canelo? Whether you thought he won or lost, the judges said it was a draw. And he won it 50-50. Canelo has a better resume than Golovkin. He has more fans, more accolades, more numbers. And then he dropped down to 45. And he was willing to walk away from the fight if he didn't get 45. And then De La Hoya came out with this Hail Mary of sorts and put up some of his own money to get this deal done. So you know for a fact, Wilder's not even asking for 45 necessarily. I mean, now he's asking for 50-50. But before, it sounded like he was down for 60-40 or his team or whatever. But Eddie Hearn knows that. So if he really wanted to make this fight, he could just bow out for the greater good and say, you know what, all right, fuck it. We'll give you 40%, get your ass kicked. We're still getting 20% more than you. And when we're talking about mega millions, 20% is a lot more. You know what I mean? Let's do some quick math. What's 20% of 100,000? No, 20% of 1,000,000. 20% of $1 million. This is an easy one. Shout out to Boss Red, 357. $5 super chat. Wilder knows if he get all the belts, he can get all those Tyson Mayweather money fights after that. It's definitely not 20,000. You need a little bit of math help. Yes, 200K exactly. And that's just off of 1 million. So we're talking about a fight that could do hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying? So if 20% of 1 million off of 1 million is 200K, then what happens when you start talking like you're talking about triple digit millions? You know what I mean? $50 million. So you stand to make more money, and then on top of the money, legacy, respect, an added belt that everyone respects, the WBC green belt. So they know. They have the like just like Denzel movie. Eddie Hearn has the equalizer. If he really wanted the fight done that bad, then he could have offered a percentage split that was reasonable. But that's why they're not trying to. That's why they're trying to keep doing him and lock him into a flat fee, because they don't think he'll take that. And then when he showed he was trying to call their bluff and he was going to take it just to get the fight, then it was some, oh, he waited 4 weeks. I mean, this is great that they're responding, but he waited 4 weeks. And this is the stuff that made them look bad. This is stuff that made them look bad because, first of all, you said they weren't going to take it because you threw a weak-ass offer. So you're like, man, his team would advise him against that. And then he was like, no, all right, I'll take it for $15 million. It's going to be worse for Joshua now that you're trying to starve me out. You know what I mean? They know. They know. If you offered him a reasonable percentage, then it's already sold up. And you're not going to have any excuse to not fight him. That's why they kept, like, giving him... Just listen. DAZN had $1 billion deal over the course of whatever year. So people tying money. They're trying to put this fight on DAZN, allegedly. Right? So how you got $1 billion or billionaire buddies or whatever you want to call it tied up in this project, yet between your first offer of 12.5 million and your improved offer of 15 million, you can only come up with 2.5 million more? Like literally, no percentage. You can only come up with 2.5 million more. You offer Broner 2 million, 2.25 million, and 2.5 million for a 3-fight deal, something right around there. So you only added what you were going to give to Broner, who's coming off of a draw and has losses, unlike Wilder, and Broner's not a champion. And just like Broner, Wilder has a mouthpiece and charisma to sell fights, right? And you're going to only offer Wilder between your initial offer and your improved offer. You're not even going to offer him like you're going to just offer him 2.5 million more, because once again, they realize the better the offer, the more likely Wilder is to take it. Frank said $1 billion, but still being cheap as hell. Exactly. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You could offer Mikey Garcia, you keep talking about offering him all this money and stuff, but you can only tack on $2.5 million for a fight of this magnitude, really? But you can offer Mikey, and you're willing to offer Charlos and Errol Spence all this money per fight. You said, oh, we got the financials. DAZN has the financials. We have the dates. But the biggest fight that would be on DAZN, like, what's the biggest fight that the Charlos could fight on DAZN? You know what I mean? What's the biggest fight Mikey Garcia could fight on DAZN? And then you look at the biggest fight that Joshua could fight on DAZN. Wilder right now. And you can only come up with 2.5 million more. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's falling for it. Nobody's buying it. I told you, I'm following this intently. I'm going to be here every step of the way. So the man fans, Hearn, Josh, they can say whatever they want. That's fine. But it's on record, and you will have video and content, reactions, updates. I'm going to be here every step of the way. You know what I mean? Covering this. And we're not letting go. They say Americans don't unite. Well, we united for this. I personally think a lot of this has to do with Eddie scared he's going to lose AJ soon. After what I've seen, I do believe he's lining himself up to do a Mayweather. He's a student of the game. I wouldn't doubt that. You know what I mean? But I think it has a lot to do with you spent all this in it. I mean, just look at it. You spend all this energy building something from a business perspective. I'm just talking pure, fuck the fan. I'm talking purely business. You spend all this energy building a product and getting someone's reputation amongst the fans, in front of the fans. And a guy like Wilder, he has the potential or the power to disrupt everything you've built. Because if he takes your titles, Joshua's not the same. He's not. He could sell, but he's not going to be. He's going to be just like other UK fighters who were pretty big that took losses. You know what I mean? This is like the post Mayweather era where some people value the you know what I mean? Oh, they look at it like, oh, this guy lost. Do you guys, you want to know something? I'm going to show you something. And I know it sounds very trivial. People like, when I show you guys, you're going to be like, so what? I already knew that, ego. I'm going to show y'all. Adrian Broner. He only has 3 losses. And for a while, it was only 2. 33 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 24 knockouts. And look at how some people say Broner should retire and he's a gatekeeper and all types of stuff. Just off of 3 losses. Because he has 3 losses to good fighters. Broner ain't never lost to nobody that he wasn't supposed, you know what I mean, that you could say Maidana, I guess, that he wasn't supposed to, but I knew that was going to be a tough fight. You guys get what I'm saying? And this is going to be shocking to a lot of y'all. This is going to be shocking. James Kirkland. James Kirkland has only 2 losses. 2 fucking losses. What the fuck? Look at this shit. Hey, BoxRec tried to hack my shit. Hold on. What the fuck is this? This should say deceptive. Hold on. They trying to Eddie tried to hack into the mainframe. Eddie, what the fuck was that? I didn't even touch nothing. Eddie tried to hack into the mainframe. See what we was talking about. But anyway, James Kirkland only got 2 losses. 2. But listen to how fans, when, like, you know what I mean, when he was like more active or whatever, they talk, oh, he should retire, he's done, oh, he's not this. That man got 2 losses. So again, this is what we live in. This is like the post Mayweather era. Some people look at losses like that. Them UFC motherfuckers be having double digit 11, 12 losses, and they'll be like Dan Henderson, Chuck Liddell, or whoever, you know what I mean? They be having double digit losses. Belfort, the cauliflower ear, like, you know what I mean? The king of cauliflower ear. They have double digit losses. But boxing, they look at that. They look at, oh, this guy has hella losses. James Kirkland got 2 losses. And then people talk like, damn, like he got 12 losses and shit. So, again, Anthony Joshua, they spend all this time marketing him, got all these endorsement deals. I mean, nobody's trying to lose. And Wilder has the potential to derail that train. It's that simple. It's that simple. He had the power. And that's how you know these dudes, these man fans, they're afraid. Hey, block the fake Eric Gomez account. I don't know why he's using my government. That's really weird. But excuse me. I'm just allergic to bullshit. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the thing. Wilder has the power and the style or whatever to give Joshua problems and potentially derail it. So yeah, that's why I really believe that's why they're extending it. Like, they're trying to cash in, get as many in between on the chance that Wilder does do this. You know what I mean? Do you think Al Heyman would tell Floyd Mayweather not to fight Pacquiao? Do you think Al Heyman would tell Floyd Mayweather not to fight Keith Thurman? Do you think Al Heyman would tell Floyd Mayweather not to fight Victor Ortiz? Do you think Al Heyman would tell Floyd not to fight Ricky Hatton? You know what I mean? Cotto, De La Hoya. Do you think Al Heyman would be like, hey, Floyd, you shouldn't fight Manny Pacquiao. Don't fight that man. Why would you fight Ricky Hatton? He's undefeated. Right? He's not going to tell Floyd not to do that because Al Heyman is a smart businessman and he realizes the talent level of Floyd Mayweather. So he's not, TC the Crisis, exactly. He's not going to be like, Pacquiao is a massive risk to Floyd. He's not going to do that because everyone knows the skill level of Floyd. And if you disagree, then you sound stupid because Floyd fought like 95% of everyone I just said, except for like Keith Thurman. And you know what I mean? But most of the people I just listed, he already did fight. So clearly Al Heyman didn't get in the way or prevent it because those fights actually happened. You think Al Heyman said, Floyd, this UFC motherfucker, Conor McGregor, don't fight him. Floyd, you mustn't go into the pride lens. Like, Floyd, Al Heyman didn't do that. But Eddie Hearn is doing that because he knows the risk level is all too real. And he knows what Wilder is. See, that's the thing that's disrespectful in boxing. Instead of just being like, hey, we give it up. We want more learning on the job. Like, I would really, don't play me for a fool. That's it. You know what I mean? I really respect it more. I respect your gangster if you just said, we build into that fight. It's a massive fight, da-da-da, and you just kept it at that. You know what I mean? Whether I liked it or not, it is what it is. You told me what it was. Cool. But what they do is they'll make, there's a bunch of, Deontay Wilder doesn't sell. He can't sell out some guy from Alabama. And they do all this mad disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to bash the person that they fear. That how does that work? Only in boxing do you get this. You look at someone as a threat and then you bash them as if they ain't shit. Like, what? Like, if I'm about to battle rap Eminem and I know he's a problem lyrically, I'm not going to be like, oh, Eminem, them weak-ass bars. Oh, his bars are weak. Eminem, he ain't selling like he used to. He can't even put together no song. And, like, I'm not going to do all this to make him, like, sound weak or whatever. But that's what they do in boxing. When they don't want to fight someone, the guy runs. What a runner. Am I right? He's just such a runner. Pit, pat, pity, pat. He punches like this and just, pew. This is what they do. But they don't want to fight. Oh, Luis Ortiz, what type of heavyweight is that? He's old. He's old and decrepit. What an old and decrepit fuck. Get this old, okay, if he's old and decrepit, you fight him. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to do that. They want to say someone's old and decrepit and he belongs in a senior citizen home. Life alert. Am I right? Okay, you gonna be on life alert. You fight Luis Ortiz. We'll see who's on life alert. You know what I'm saying? But that's the nature of the business. That's the fucked up part about the business. They can make all these jokes and one-liners and shit, but you fight him. Oh, silly Wilder. 40 fights and they're all bums. He fought in Cancun. Who would have thunk? Tee. Wilder fought in Cancun. What type of coon would fight in Cancun? Get it? Cancun bars. Like, what? Can I coon, you know? Can I get a coon? The black channels, why are they all coons? These blacks like to coon. Is that why they like to fight in Cancun? Because they're a bunch of coons? What's their favorite animal? A raccoon? Like, man, shut your dumb ass up. Real talk, man. Shout out to Carl. He said he a long-time subscriber. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Oh, Wilder, he's older than George Burns. He's old as dirt. I think he went to school with Hugh Hefner. Oh, okay, you fight him. You gonna be Hugh Lesser when Luis Ortiz hit you with that Cuban shit. Now, mira, papi, I'm not tired yet. Hey, mira, papi, mira, please. Mira, I'm not tired. Hey. When he hit you with that Cuban shit, hey, you finna, we gonna see who's Poppy. When he hit you with that, I no tired, yeah. He gonna hit you with that Cuban shit. But they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They just rather tell you how old he is. Anyone could do that. Oh, Luis Ortiz. What a buster. You know what I'm saying? I know all the tricks. You know what I mean? There's people in the UK trying to relegate this to like it's an American thing and Americans aren't crack. What a bunch of crack babies. All the crack babies and crackhead. Like, what's crack got to do with this? Ain't nobody out here doing no videos like... It's wild to fight, man. Keep calling. Like, what does crack have to do with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did you even pull crack? You the crackhead, because what even brought crack up? Nobody's like... Andy Joshua ducking. I'm just going to tell y'all like this. I'm going to tell y'all, Andy Joshua, the reason he don't want to... Like, nobody's doing no video. You're just talking about crack and shit. Like, what does crack got to do with anything? Just dumbass dudes, man. Scotty, I don't want to die. They're going to kill me, Scotty. Oh, my God. Scotty, I don't want to die. Come get me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We bringing the reality back into boxing. New media, gang. Y'all already know what it is. Dudes be, but see, this is what they want to do because they don't have a sound. This shows you the absence of a sound argument. Because if you have a sound argument, you're not going to... The black channels have nothing to do with this. You'd be like, oh, what about when Joshua said this? Oh, you Americans are on crack. What's crack got to do with it? You think crack is just in abundance like that, where you just buy crack from 7-Eleven in America? Like, yeah, there's people that are crackheads. I know the UK got some crackheads too, because some of y'all dirtbags be having them wooden teeth. So what are you talking about? Every place has crackheads. UK ain't no different. They got crackheads too. So what are you talking about? American crackheads and shit. But this is what they want to do. Oh, you Yanks. Like, no, it don't have nothing to do with Yanks. It had nothing to do with crackheads. It has something to do with the reality. True ego, like you said before, they just jump from lily pad to lily pad like frogs. Exactly. And they always accuse, like, I want to see Wilder Joshua, so that means I'm sucking Wilder's dick and stupid shit like that. So if you've ever wanted to see a fight, then you suck some dick too. Right? If the best rationale of me wanting to see a fight that you could think of is because I sucked the dick, then you suck somebody's dick. You know? Like, so whatever fight you want to see, you suck their dick. Right? Like, oh man, Manny Pacquiao and Edwin Valero would have been classic. You suck Pacquiao's dick then. If we're going to keep it all the way funky. Pacquiao, I want you to go a little bit slower. Like, you was sucking Pacquiao dick. You could play that game. If it's just we just calling names and shit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a fucked up point for someone to just get onto my stream. Be like, you suck Pacquiao dick, huh? They'd be like, what the fuck? What's going on in this stream? I'm like Bernie Mac at this. I say what you thinking. What you want to say. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. She answered the phone like, hello. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, Wilder Joshua's good. You suck that Wilder dick. What? Where did that come from? See, y'all just got dick on the brain. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad because you're not even females. Like, some of these men in boxing literally talk about dicks more than females that I know, that I date. You know? The females ain't even talking about it. They like, when I text a female, I'm like, oh, how's your day? Oh, you love to know how my day was, don't you? I'm like, that was kind of creepy. Like, hey, you want to see The Equalizer, new Denzel movie? Oh, you sucking Denzel's dick, huh? All right. Okay. And you just gonna suck my dick, huh? I got a new movie out. That's how Denzel would do it. Denzel. All right. Oh, you calling me a liar? Hey, you didn't say you want to suck my dick, huh? Yeah, I got that Equalizer dick. Out of time dick. I wish you had more time. Yeah, today is the training day. Get on your knees. Yeah. Yeah, get on. Jake, get on your knees. hold on, I can't. Yeah, you come get on your knees, huh? I didn't know you like to get wet, though, huh? Jake! That ricochet there, huh? You got that ricochet there, huh? Yeah, I'll show you the glory. That glory hole, motherfucker. Yeah, you like me in glory, huh? Me, I was a good pilot in flight. I'll give you a hurricane right now, huh? You don't want that hurricane? I don't know why I'm making this sound funny. He gonna kick my ass if you ever see it. I'm all at the fight at the Barclays. Yeah, okay. You made a bunch of gay jokes about me, huh? Like, hey, dog, I didn't mean it. I was talking about the man fan. Oh, you was just on a stream with your people. You were getting super chats on my dollar, huh? You was talking about me sucking dick or getting my dick, huh? Like, Denzel, I didn't mean nothing. Yeah, okay, you didn't mean nothing by it, huh? I wish you had more time. Hey, I gotta see Equalizer. Is that shit out? Someone said stop, bro. I'm just telling you, Denzel. Now y'all got. Yeah, so you could have just handled this with the man fans. You had to bring my name into this, huh? There's a million different actors, a whole bunch. You could have said Robert De Niro. You could have said Al Pacino, but you chose my name. I had to be involved with your dick suckage, huh? Denzel always sound like he's your dad and shit. Like he's like parenting you. Like you motherfuckers just Antoine Fisher start crying and shit because he's just too authoritative with the shit. He sound like a dad. Yeah, you told me you were gonna get your grades up. Your teacher called. You know your teacher called. Your teacher called, said you got straight F's. You dumb as fuck. Kobe Neal show. What's good? What's popping? We just working. Little light work. Kicking these haters' ass. Look at this motherfucker talking about you're ugly. A guy judging another guy. All right. You think you can do this to me? These dudes is fucking cream puffs, man. You're ugly. You'll never be my type. Not even in a fire. Like, I don't want to be no dude's type. Go look at AJ's nipples or whatever the fuck y'all be doing. But this is weird. What is me being? Okay, I'll be ugly. Fuck it. I'm ugly. I'm ugly to a guy named Kevin. I can keep going about my day watching this Usyk fight. You dude, yeah, you ugly as fuck. Dan Rayfield the one for me. I like Dan Rayfield. We going to Golden Corral together. He know how to treat a motherfucker. Like what? Fuck is you talking about? I'm just saying, me and Danny boy we going to the Golden Corral. You too ugly for me. Like I don't want to be cute for you. You dumb motherfucker. There's females posting here and keeping it boxing, but these closet dudes are commenting on the dudes. That's what I'm saying. And I never see this with other boxing channels. Like y'all like obsessed with me and shit. Like I don't see y'all going to these other people. Yeah, Kevin Iole, something look different about you today. Like what? I don't see y'all be sizing up these other motherfuckers. Size up Kevin Iole and all them niggas, man. What the fuck is y'all doing? Yeah, Kevin, I'll give you some Yahoo Sports. all over your body. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these dudes? These dudes is some bissels. Yeah, Kevin Ioli. Yeah, Kevin. Let me stop name dropping people. They could be like, "What? Don't involve me in your gay conversation." Yeah, Brian Gumble. I don't give a fuck. Jim Gray, you looking awfully nice in that suit. Much better than Ego. Yeah, Jim Gray. Grey's Anatomy. I'll show you 50 Shades of Grey, motherfucker. Like, that was the gayest thing I've ever heard. This motherfucker said, hey, Jim Gray, Jimmy Pooh, I'm going to show you 50 Shades of Grey. Step into my dungeon. I got the handcuff. Like, I got that handcuff for your butt. Like, 50 Shades of Grey. That's like, bars. Like Jim Gray, 50 Shades of Grey. Like, I get it, but that was just really weird. I swear it's just me. Like, I'm the only one that gets, like, sized up by men. It's really weird. Hey, James is a fool. Let's stop. I told you them BOT's gonna be all on my channel. Shout out to everybody, but just leave me out of your little fantasies. Say that for somebody else. Like, yeah, Ego ugly as fuck, but what's up, Mauro Ronaldo? I heard you was bipolar or stuff. I'm trying to see the multiple sides to you. Like, what? What's this got to do with boxing, bro? Ill. I heard you got them split person. I seen the documentary. Anyway. AJ gonna get Charlie Z to rematch Wilder. Nah, shit. Whoever put that comment, he said you gonna fight him. The fans. We got to see the fans fight. I ain't never seen that. Did you see Dan Rayfield tweet making fun of Joshua using the quote would take the fight, but he meant to say wouldn't? Absolutely hilarious. Had the UK fans going crazy, LOL. Man, the world sees it. The world sees what it is and what it's not. Like, you see, that's the thing with damage control. It is what it is. The shit's already out there for the public. You can get mad at him, me, whoever you want. But see, you can't stop. It's like an epidemic. The shit is already spread. So you can come get mad on his page, come to my page and get mad at me. But I'm showing you. I ain't never seen a fighter tell the fans to fight the person that everyone wants to see them fight. And y'all said all this stuff about Floyd being scared of Pacquiao, even though Pacquiao didn't want to take needles, but he wanted to drink mystery shakes that Freddie Roach couldn't know the ingredients of. Okay. But y'all still blame it on Floyd. Floyd never said, okay, y'all motherfuckers want to see me? Y'all want to see me fight Pacquiao? Y'all, is that what y'all really want? Okay. You train. You fight that motherfucker. I'll be in the big boy mansion watching. You fight that nigga. You never heard Floyd do that. Ever. No matter what the negotiations were having with Pacquiao, Floyd never did that, factually. Unless there's some leaked tape or shit. Okay. They want me to fight Pacquiao? That I already know I'm pound for pound. You fight, you train, you fight him. You don't know shit about boxing. You fight that man. You fight Pacquiao. In the Philippines. Like, really? King Diesel, you sound stupid as shit. And you talking about who is this nigga? Who are you? How you come on my stream asking who I am? Boy, bye. Motherfucker, click on my shit. Who are you? Who sent you? If you don't sit down, you come to my shit asking who I am. Y'all slow. Some of y'all are really slow. You gonna walk into Benihana. Who are you? Where's Benny at? Like, just leave. Just do a U-turn. Just leave. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Man, y'all better start putting names. I think y'all talking to me. Yeah, like, that's what it sounds like. Hey, TC, I almost put you in timeout. That is so funny. He said, he said, hey, Siri's stalking me. I think Eddie Hearn hacked into Siri. Listen, this man, wow, TC the Crisis is tripping in here. He said, y'all go fight Liu Kang, Shao Kahn. I'm done. I'm done. Bruh, your Floyd impersonation got me rolling. Because y'all know it's true. Shout out to Carl, £2 super chat. Thank you. Ego bro, who wins Wilder versus White? Wilder versus White? Wilder. Yeah, definitely. I don't even know if White beats Joseph Parker. I mean, he might, but let's see it. So yeah, I definitely pick Wilder over White. I mean, we've seen White got knocked out by AJ. Now, I'm not saying Wilder fights the same way as AJ, but at the same time, he has power for anyone in the heavyweight division. So Wilder versus White, I'm picking Wilder. But shit, if he gets past Parker and he becomes mandatory, then we might have to see that. Shit, Dillian White seemed more game to fight whoever than AJ, because AJ's a cash cow. Dillian White, Eddie Hearn will probably make that fight. Hey, King Diesel tripping. He said this dude paid to ask the dumbest question. Hey, we all army. I'm not gonna shit. If they paying, they paying, and shit. It is what it is. But yeah, I would favor Wilder in that matchup. But you guys laughing at the Floyd impersonation because you know it's true. Y'all call Floyd all types of bitches and pillow fisted and runner. You never heard him tell the fans to fight Pacquiao. Okay, these motherfuckers want me to fight Pacquiao so bad, you fight him. I'll let Roger train you. You take anyone in the Mayweather gym, 5 days a week, come spar. You fight Pacquiao. What? Like, I'm not trying to fight. I wanted you to fight Pacquiao. What are you telling me to fight Pacquiao for? It's over. You fight Pacquiao. I came in the game. I done what I had to do. I've already trained. That's a lot of wear and tear on my body. Now you have some wear and tear in your body. You get up 3 a.m. and run 8 miles. You do that. I already beat Ricky Hatton. I done the livest gate. Oscar De La Hoya, he a bitch. I beat him too. You fight Pacquiao. You want me? You want me to fight Pacquiao? Okay. You fight him. You fight Boo Boy. Okay. When has that ever happened? You fight Freddie Roach and Boo Boy. You fight Pacquiao. Man, hell no. Terrence Crawford, you plan to fight Errol Spence? You fight that motherfucker Spence. You get man down. What? Shout out to Carl, another $2 super chat. Gang. Ego, bro. Wilder versus AJ. What's your fight prediction? Wilder. Knockout. Styles make fights. I told you, if Wilder got past Luis Ortiz, who's also technical, if not more technical, and I would lean towards he's more technical than Joshua. Plus, he's a southpaw, so punches line up different trajectory. And Wilder got past that man, and he moves on his feet well, is not gassing out, and was focused. Like, Luis Ortiz he's the type of guy that you clearly see. You don't fight him unless you have to fight him. And even if you have to fight him, aka he's a mandatory, a lot of guys find a way out of it. Like AJ. AJ, that was his mandatory. And he fought Klitschko, then he was trying to fight Klitschko again, then Klitschko retired, and he still didn't fight him. And then one thing led to another. Luis Ortiz had the little mishap with the blood pressure pills. Then somehow he gets dropped from the rankings. And listen, tell me this makes sense. I be dropping too many bars. Like, y'all, man, I'm gonna just do a pay only channel because it's too much bars, too much free game. I'm giving y'all free game right now. Listen. How is it that Luis Ortiz, on record, has failed 2 drug tests, came up with something flagged in the system. The second time, even though the WBC let him fight for the WBC belt and their clean boxing program found the drug test failure, you know what I mean, the adverse result, and let him fight after he explained to him, had a meeting, they still let him fight. WBA drops him out of the ranking. Alexander Povetkin failed 2 drug tests in the same year for 2 different drugs, and he's fighting, and he's in the rankings, and he's fighting Joshua at Wembley in front of 90,000 people. Explain that. Okay, so you have 2, one dark skin, and then one guy who's Russian. You got 2 guys who have 2 failed drug tests for different drugs. Luis Ortiz happened in different years. Povetkin's happened in the same year. Luis Ortiz's second failed drug test got excused by the sanctioning body that found the drug test. Yet Povetkin, who failed 2 drug tests, somehow he's back in the rankings, but Luis Ortiz is not. WBA, explain that. Any representation from the WBA, I'd like to know an answer to that. Gang, gang, right now. Shout out to Rashid Mohammed and Muhammad is Prophet. Praise be Allah. $2 super chat. I feel you. Thank you for the super chat. We working. Hey, explain that. How is Povetkin allowed to fight Joshua as a mandatory, and he's in the ranking? Hey, is the Usyk fight on? Hey, we got twins in the building. Is the Usyk fight on right now? How are y'all watching the Usyk fight? Hey, y'all got to give up a link or something. Who the fuck is Batman? WBA paid off courtesy of Hearn. But answer that question. Somebody please answer it. Shout out to Rashid Mohammed. Another $2 super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody please answer that. How is it that 2 guys with 2 failed drug tests, Luis Ortiz's second failure got an exemption or excused, and he was allowed to fight by the sanctioning body that found the test? However, Povetkin is in the rankings and Ortiz got dropped totally and never placed back in. Funny how that works. Boss Red 357, $2 super chat. He said, the black channels, they're always dropping facts on the WBA. Hey, J-Dog, thank you. That shit work? Man, I went to something and then it was telling me to download some bullshit. Man, it keeps... I got a Mac. This shit keeps telling me to download shit. Alright, I'm about to get out of here. I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. Yeah, I'm not downloading no shit. Alright, I gotta figure out how I can watch this Usyk fight, because I don't have Cloud Vision TV or whatever the fuck. Yeah, holla at the kid. I'll be back to talk about the Usyk fight. Shout out to y'all for rocking with the kid. We just having fun with it. We in our prime like Amazon. Let's get it. Peace to everyone. Enjoy the fights. Have a happy and safe Saturday. We on top right now. We on top. Y'all fight Pacquiao. I'm not fighting Pacquiao. I mean, I done the live escape, but I'm still not fighting Pacquiao. Y'all fight Pacquiao. Y'all want to see this shit so bad? Y'all fight him. In General Santos. With Pacquiao's mom doing voodoo. Okay. Let Pacquiao's mom in the crowd. She'll put a fucking curse on your ass. Hey, Ronald Finkley out of pocket. Y'all know Pacquiao mama don't be playing in that front row ringside. Hey, they got to put her in the box because that's an unfair advantage. That's why Lucas Matisse quit. Because she was doing... Yay, yay. She had slingshots and shit. Dude, what are you doing out here? Manny Pacquiao, I told him to get away from Bob Arum. Now all of a sudden, he want to get away from Bob Arum. I told him like 10 years ago, I said, Pacquiao, I started making the most money out of all athletes. I made more money as soon as I left Top Rank. Okay. There's a reason Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, and myself, Money May, we left Top Rank. We started getting top pay. I opened up a Mayweather gym. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all. I got to figure this Usyk thing out. Yo, easy work. Let me stop. Yeah. Holla at the kid.